Welcome back, V.O.C. YouTube channel, college football. It's been a while since I did a video, about probably going on close to 2 weeks, but last video we broke down the playoff, me and Jonathan, talking about college football. This week I'll break down quick things, Heisman, some coaching changes, transfer portal, start of bowl picks. A lot has happened, a lot has continued to happen. It's going to continue to happen as the college football off-season / bowl mania season has started, so let's jump into it. First thing, Caleb Williams wins the Heisman Trophy. I told you that he would. He played great late and didn't really have a lot of strong competition. He got hurt in the Pac-12 championship game, and then you've seen USC couldn't do much. That helps him. Look, you show right there, boom. You're the team. Without you, they're not going to win. So, won it. Not really surprised. Of the finalists, Max Duggins was a finalist. C.J. Stroud was a finalist. Stetson Bennett was a finalist. Pretty sure that's how it ended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we make, for some reason nowadays, we make a bigger fuss of the guys that were 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Look, to me, I want to see the top 5. Who are the top 5? That's all I care about. I don't care if you were 6th. Once you're not in the top 5 or top 4, to me, you're just a mishmash. Hendon Hooker got hurt, Blake Corum got hurt. If they probably didn't get hurt, they'd been there. But to me, it's a mishmash of after we make too big of a fuss because we worry about nowadays the guy that didn't win because we want to talk about it. It's ridiculous. But Caleb Williams won, well deserved, and be interesting to see now moving forward. USC, Lincoln Riley now. He has 3 Heisman winners in 6 years, something like that. Crazy. If I'm a top quarterback recruit, I want to go play for Lincoln Riley because you're almost guaranteed you're a starting quarterback for him. You're going to win a Heisman Trophy. I didn't talk about this. I'm going to keep it short, sweet. I haven't talked about it yet. Deion Sanders to Colorado. And look, Deion's coming. He's got bags. And it's Louis. This guy is polarizing. I think it's a great hire. With the expanded playoffs in the next couple of years, no reason with his recruiting prowess at Jackson State that he's going to bring to Colorado now, who has great facilities. If you haven't looked at their facilities, you need to go watch a video of how great their facilities are. They'll make the playoff very easily with the 12 expanded playoff. The question with Deion is, this is the biggest question with Deion. It's not if he will be successful, because he will be successful, but it's how long does he stay at Colorado? Because Deion's going to be that guy, look, you go from Jackson State, to now Colorado, you're going to be looking to move up to the next step. So is he there 3-4 years, turns him around from 1-11 to, what are they going to be now? I think he's going to have a quick turnaround with transfer portal stuff. He already said his son's coming to play quarterback. Travis Hunter's number 1 recruit last year, went to Jackson State with him. Most likely, I would assume, goes to Colorado with him. So I think it's going to be a quick turnaround. In the Pac-12, it's a very easy conference to win. It'll be interesting to see. But I think a great hire. But like I said, the question with Deion is not if he'll be successful, how long does he stay at Colorado? All right, on to some sadder news. I really don't talk about sad news, try not to, but Mike Leach passed away this past week at age 61. He had some heart complications. They kind of arose very quickly, from the outside perspective. Look, he's pioneering the sport with air raid and how we look at offenses. You look at some of the top offensive coaches right now in college football. They were disciples of Mike Leach. He was one of a kind. He felt like a person that was a very close friend that you never met, right? Like he always felt like a very personal guy. He was a very personal guy. He felt like you knew him your whole life. He'll be forgotten, but he'll be missed, but never forgotten, right? He was one of the funnier characters in college football, maybe the funniest character in college football. Seeing all the tweets about him with journalists as a young journalist and how he kind of accepted anybody and everybody and made time for everybody and anybody. It's just, we need more people like Mike Leach in the world, and sadly we lost someone like that. So that sucks. College football will not be the same. his impact will live on forever, not just on the football field wise and the way he thought about offense, but of the type of man he was and the character he was. In a sport that's so serious and we think of it as life and death, he made it his own game and had fun with it, and that was always fun to watch. So very sad about that passing. It just sucks, right? Just sucks to lose somebody like that. All right, transfer portal. Look, big names and a lot of names. I think it's over 1,000 some players in their transfer portal. Some people tell you 2,000. I don't even know. The numbers on it are crazy. Here's some of the big names. These are just quarterbacks, big names. DJU from Clemson, Devin Leary from NC State, Grayson McCall from Coastal Carolina, Spencer Sanders from Oklahoma State, Drew Pine from Notre Dame, Hudson Card from Texas. That's just quarterbacks. I feel like this year, as of right now, there's not as many big names as I felt like there was last year. Out on the market per se. This is free agency right now. You go wherever you want, however you want, whenever you want. Look, players and parents and family members like to get re-recruited. And with NIL now, it's like, oh, you went to that school, you didn't play very much, or maybe the NIL wasn't a lot. Well, here, come to us. NIL, way more. You're going to play. It's not a fun thing, I think, for a lot of people, but look, this is the world we're in. A lot of these players get false pretenses of what they think their college careers are going to be. If that is themselves making these, their family members making these, coaches making these, coaches change, they go somewhere else. So it's different. But it'll be interesting to see how some of the dominoes have fallen, like Cade McNamara from Michigan, already going to Iowa. Some things happen fast, some things happen slow. It'll be very interesting to see what teams go after what players and really start to build up the roster for next year. Because you have teams like Notre Dame. Look, you didn't expect Drew Pine to transfer, but you also didn't expect Drew Pine to be the starter next year. You expected someone new to come in. So who do they bring in, right? And for people like DJU, who been a high looked at star, we've talked about him for so many years now. Where does he end up? So it'll be very interesting to see. All right, moving on to bowl picks. 13 games I'll talk about that are just happening from this video comes out Friday, from today, Friday, to Thursday. So let's talk about the first one. Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl. This is Miami, Ohio. They are 6-6 versus UAB, who is 6-6. UAB is a 10.5 point favorite. A lot of these bowl games, a lot can happen. The line sometimes doesn't really matter, but I'll take UAB in this one. The Duluth Trading Cure Bowl. This is number 25 UTSA, who is 11-2, minus 1 point favorite, minus number 24 Troy, who is 11-2. I'll go with Troy in this one. These games are funky. These games are fun. You like to have fun with it. All right, Saturday. Wasabi Fenway Bowl. This is the battle of my coach used to be your coach. Cincinnati, who's 9-3, versus Louisville, 7-5, minus 2. Louisville's coach goes up to be Cincinnati's new coach. Cincinnati's coach leaves. Luke Fickell goes to Wisconsin. I'll go Cincinnati in this one. I just feel Cincinnati. All right. Our SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Some of these names are ridiculous. That's why I like trying to say them, because I'm a person that struggles to talk anyways. So trying to say some of these bowl names. The Las Vegas Bowl. Florida, who is 6-6, 6-6, not 6-6, versus number 14 Oregon State, 9-3. Oregon State is a 10-point favorite. I'm going to go Oregon State here. Florida, your quarterback leaves early. One of your backup quarterbacks is sick. A sick person. If you know, you know. I'm not going to say it here, but a sick person. You have a lot of struggles at quarterback. I like Oregon State. I like their fight. I like their grit. I'm going to go Oregon State. All right, Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by, would that be Stiffle? Who knows? Who cares? I'm not getting paid to say it, so I'll botch it. Washington State 7-5 versus Fresno State 9-4. Fresno State's a 4-point favorite. I'll go Fresno here. Look, these bowl games keep coming. It's Bowl Mania for a reason. Lending Tree Bowl, Rice 5-7, 5-7. The threshold to make it to a bowl game is 6-6. 5-7 Rice made it versus Southern Miss 6-6, minus 6.5 point favorite. I will go with Southern. This is one of those where they dive into the crazy numbers that you're 5-7 and you make it blah blah blah. Southern Miss. New Mexico Bowl. Why can't all bowls just be like this? Oh, where's the bowl? New Mexico. What kind of bowl is it? It's a New Mexico Bowl. We don't need a sponsor. It's New Mexico Bowl. SMU 7-5 minus 4 versus BYU, who's 7-5. This is a toss-up. This game could be funky. I like BYU. Frisco Bowl presented by Serve Pro. North Texas 7-6 versus Boise State 9-4. Boise State's 10.5 point favorite. I'll go with Boise State. Some of these bowls, a little lopsided. A little lopsided. Just how it happens, just the way it rolls. The Myrtle Beach Bowl, yet again, can we keep it simple? Myrtle Beach Bowl, where is it at? Myrtle Beach, it's a bowl. Myrtle Beach Bowl. This is Marshall 8-4, minus 10 point favorites versus UConn 6-6. UConn, awful program the last couple of years. Make it to 6-6 this year, make it to a bowl. Outstanding season. You get wrecked by Marshall. Trust me, I've seen what they can do to Notre Dame. They're going to do to you. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Some of these are just nutty names. Eastern Michigan 8-4 versus San Jose State, who's 7-4. San Jose State is 3.5 point favorite. I have to ride with Eastern Michigan as a Michigander. I will ride with Eastern Michigan. Stand up. Roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. Roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. Try saying that 3 times in a row. Liberty, who is 8-4 versus Toledo 8-5. Toledo is a 5-point favorite. I'll go with Toledo to win this one. All right. R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Western Kentucky 8-5 versus South Alabama 10-2. South Alabama's 4.5 point favorite. I like, let's stay funky here. Western Kentucky. All right, last one for the next week. I think this is 13 total games. Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Baylor, who's 6-6, minus 5.5 point favorite versus Air Force, who is 9-3. Baylor has more talent, but I'm going to go with the Armed Forces. Armed Forces Bowl, got to go with an Armed Force. You got to go with Air Force. So yeah, those are the 13 so far Bowl Mania picks on the season so far. This is what my regular season picks looked like. I was 60-47 on the year. I'll take it. It's a winning record. It's 13 games above 500. It does a lot for me. Makes me feel good at night knowing I was over 500. Means I made money, didn't lose it. That's going to do it for the video. A lot is continuing to happen, as it will continue to happen. I don't know if coach changes will. I think the coaching carousel is pretty much over. A lot of the schools hired people here and there, finished their jobs out. You lose a pioneer like Mike Leach, that hurts. It kind of feel like it's put a pause in some things, but then you got to ramp back up, sadly. This is how the sport goes. Transfer portal's still kicking, and we have bowl games starting tomorrow, which is crazy to think about. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching.